Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be part 2 of my top fall perfume picks. And these are going to be my more sexy, darker, nighttime fall scents. I would say they're a little bit more rich, sweeter, and these I reserve more for night. So I would wear these anytime during fall, but more so for night, also winter, but also the later part of the year when the temperature drops, and like November and December, where the temperature at least gets in the 70s, 60s, and if we're lucky, maybe in the 50s at night. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so first up, we're gonna go over my scent of the day, and that is Si Le Parfum by Jean-Paul Gaultier. And this is a flanker to the original. And now that I have both, I would definitely wear this one more during the day and would probably top this on off at night. These two are very similar but with differences. This is more fresh and this has like a woody base to it, and this one is sweeter, I would say, from the cherry note. I don't get like an overly cherry note, but it's the cherry that makes this one a little bit sweeter to my nose. Also, I think that this one's more blended. I believe they say that there's a leather note in both of these. I don't really get it in this one, but I do believe that that's what's kind of smoothing this scent out and rounding out the edges that I get in the original. This one is more beautifully blended, sweeter, and more vampy. It's a little bit more dark in my opinion. This is La Belle's put together older sexy sister. So let's go ahead and refresh. I like both for different reasons. The pear in here is more of a sweet pear, and in here it's more like juicy, crisp. Yeah, this one's definitely more sweet, but not in a youthful way. Again, I think it's the leather in here that's kind of elevating this perfume and making it a little vampy and sexy. Because it's a little sweeter, I would reserve this one for cooler months and nighttime. We are in September and I'm wearing it today, but this is one that Dennis prefers over the original, so this one doesn't bother him. So again, that is Si Le Parfum by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Another perfume that I love, and I'm gonna show you two, but it's this entire line, and this is the Si line by Giorgio Armani. I wear the Eau de Parfum and the Rose Signature. Those are more transitional to me, I would say. I enjoy those transitioning into fall and then transitioning from winter to spring. But these, I know I'm gonna love more so in fall, especially the later part of fall. This is just a more intense version of Si. This is fruity, woody, soft, spicy, aromatic, and I just love warm, spicy, soft, spicy, sweet. Those are the kind of scents that I enjoy in fall. But this is just a deeper, darker version of the original. This has black currant, cassis, freesia, mandarin orange, bergamot, may rose. This has vanilla, patchouli, ambroxan, neroli. I don't really get the neroli in here, thank goodness. Neroli is one of those notes that can bug me a little bit. This one I'm very familiar with. The one I'm really looking forward to wearing, and it's a little bit newer in my collection, is Si Le Parfum. And this one reminds me of the holidays. It's a little sweeter and boozier. This one is described as amber, fruity, warm, spicy, vanilla, woody, patchouli, soft, spicy. This has, again, the famous black currant that is in all the Cs. That gives it kind of a freshness. And for me, the black currant also gives it this kind of booziness that I get from all of them. I don't know what it is, but I assume it's that because black currant is in most of them. And especially the 4 that I've kept, there is like this boozy top. So this one has incense, osmanthus, jasmine, amber, benzoin, vanilla, patchouli. This one's a little bit more boozy. It's warm from the amber. This is one I'm probably gonna enjoy more so around the holidays. Some perfumes just give me total holiday vibes. So next we have Athalia by Perfumes Mentioned. And this is one that I would actually wear during the day, but I don't know if it's the black bottle, but something about this just screams night to me. Like, this is inoffensive, so you could definitely wear this one during the day. This is powdery, iris, musky, white floral, amber. This has notes of orange blossom, iris, and white musk and amber. This is a powdery, kind of soft spicy floral scent. The notes in here are very, very well blended. This isn't overly dark. Again, you can wear this one year round, but it has this kind of soft spicy that I prefer in fall. And again, I don't know if it's the black bottle, but it's one that I tend to wear more so at night. Probably like a little black dress kind of scent. And again, that's Athalia by Parfums Mentioned. So next we have Marc Jacobs Decadence. And this is fruity, woody, again, warm, spicy, earthy, sweet, not too sweet. But this one has notes of plum, saffron, iris, orris, jasmine, sambac, Bulgarian rose, vetiver, papyrus, and liquid ambar. I'm not sure what that is. This is almost like a translucent scent to me. Like the plum in here isn't like a juicy plum. It's almost a little watery to my nose, if that makes sense. And then I do get like the saffron and the iris. Then as it starts to dry down, I start to get the vetiver. It's not an overly sweet scent like it would imply here. To me, this is more woody and like soft spicy. This is sexy, but it's to me more of a vetiver scent. Kind of like, doesn't smell like it, but by Radial's Bal d'Afrique, that's a very beautiful vetiver scent. I get the vetiver in this one a lot. It's pretty blended. It's not overly woody or harsh, but to me that's what this is. This is a sexy kind of fruity vetiver scent, in my opinion. Beautiful for fall and date night. Another kind of date night scent is Carolina Herrera's Good Girl. This one is warm spicy, it's white floral. This has notes of almond, coffee, bergamot, lemon, tuberose, jasmine, sambac, orris, Bulgarian rose, this has a lot of notes. This is just a sexy, warm, spicy floral scent. I don't really pick up a lot of these notes. Like I don't really get coffee or almond. To me, this is very beautifully blended. If I had to put this in a season, it would go into fall because again, it's got like this spicy aspect to it, which I like spicy perfumes and sweet perfumes around fall time. So again, that is Carolina Herrera's Good Girl. Okay, another date night fall time scent is Lancome's La Nuit Trésor. This falls in the same scent family, in my opinion, as Victor & Rolf's Flower Bomb and La Vie Est Belle, but they're all different. But they're those sexy kind of patchouli scents with gourmand touches. So this is fruity, sweet, warm, spicy caramel. This has notes of pear, tangerine, bergamot, strawberry. There's praline, caramel, there's lychee. This is another one that has a lot of different notes. For me, this is fruity, sweet from the caramel. I swear the more and more I wear perfumes, the more and more I pick up on notes that I never used to. And I am getting kind of a bitter scent, which I assume is coming from like maybe the coffee note. You know how coffee beans kind of have a bitterness? This one to me also has a smokiness from the incense, and to me it's the incense and the patchouli that kind of ground this perfume and make it kind of sexy and sultry. This is like definitely a night out, and one I reserve for fall and winter. Again, that's Lancome's La Nuit Trésor. All right, and then kind of falling in that same fragrance family, doesn't smell anything like it, but it has those elements, is Lancome's La Vie Est Belle. This one's a little bit more sweeter, I would say, but the patchouli definitely grounds this scent out. This is another one that I like fall and winter, and oh God, I love this perfume. This is sweet, warm, spicy. There's vanilla in this one. This is earthy from the patchouli. This has black currant, pear, iris, jasmine, orange blossom, praline, vanilla, patchouli, and tonka bean. This is sweet, earthy, sexy, one that I prefer, again, more fall, winter, cooler months, and date night. I wore this one to Friendsgiving last year, and it was cooler, but again, because it was night, I don't mind wearing some of these scents. Okay, so another sexy kind of date night perfume is Kayali's Elixir 11. I know there's no boozy notes in here, but I think it's the apple. Oh yeah, this is a boozy, rosy apple. This is rose, patchouli. This is warm, spicy, fruity, earthy. This has notes of red apple, rose petals, May rose, jasmine, sambac, patchouli, amber, and vanilla. And I don't know if it's because of the rose petals, but this does have kind of a more vintage rose than a fresh rose, which I don't really care for vintage rose, but in here it's done so beautifully. I don't know if it's the red apple that kind of just makes this one sexy, in my opinion. Another kind of date night perfume is Nirvana Rose by Elizabeth and James. This is another kind of boozy rose, but this whole entire line I'm looking forward to wearing in fall. Not just this one, but like vanilla bourbon, amethyst. Those I gotta spend a little bit more time with because I haven't worn them as much. I got them, a lot of them over the summer, and they are definitely more fall time scents. So I'm looking forward to like revisiting a lot of those, but this has always been my favorite. This was Love at First Sniff. This is kind of like a smoky, boozy rose scent. Warm, spicy. And I believe this only has like, they only list 3 notes. I think it's geranium, rose, and something else. But this one has May rose, vetiver, and geranium. And I find a lot of the Elizabeth and James perfumes to just have a kind of smoky bar vibe. So can't wait to wear this one. So 2 perfumes that I'm really looking forward to wearing. Let me just grab them. My Cocos. I would say I would probably reserve those more around the holidays. I tend to like to wear my Coco Mademoiselle. These 2 are more like fall to winter. And this is just a warm, spicy floral scent. This one's a little bit more powdery. And I wouldn't say deeper or dark, but like the name would imply, it's more noir. But I find a lot of the Cocos to just be elegant, beautiful, very sophisticated kind of scents. Again, this one is a little bit more on the powdery side. It's warm, spicy, citrus. There's a freshness to it. There's also something kind of animalic about these 2, but they're really, I don't care for animalic scents, but for some reason I don't mind them in the Cocos. I think it's just something that they know how to do right. This one's more amber, warm, spicy. This one has a little bit more of a brightness to it because of the peach and some of the fruits that are in here. So I'm really looking forward to wearing just the Cocos. I enjoy them for fall. Next is Stash by Sarah Jessica Parker. And this one I recently added back into my collection because when I first got it, I didn't appreciate it. I gave it to my sister and then she would wear it and I couldn't stop sniffing her. This has notes of black peppers, sage, grapefruit, atlas cedar, patchouli, pistachio. This has masoya wood. This has vetiver, musk. Kind of gives me like that sweet tobacco vibe to it, even though it's not in the notes. And this is like warm and a little bit more rich, I would say. This one I'm really looking forward to wearing in fall. Next we have Tom Ford's Noir Pour Femme. This one is sweet vanilla, powdery, citrus. This is warm, spicy, lactonic. This has notes of ginger, bitter orange, mandarin orange, bergamot, coffee, rose, orange blossom, jasmine, vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. This is a sweet, sexy, warm, spicy scent. The sweetness in here, it's more of like a lactonic kind of sweet that's coming from like the coffee note. And then there's just this zestiness from the ginger that kind of keeps this from going overly sweet, in my opinion. Very sexy. I would say this one is more date night as well as the later parts of fall going into winter. Next we have Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal by Night. And this has a lot of notes, but for me this is just a sweet cherry honey tuberose scent. It has a butteriness to it. I sound like a broken record, but that's really what I get from this one. It's the honey, the cherry, the buttery tuberose. It's just a deliciously sweet kind of scent. Really, really sexy. I would say this is more, again, for the later part of fall as well as date night. Next, we have Maison Lancome's Oud Bouquet. And this is definitely a heavy hitter. This is one that I'm probably going to decant some to my family because I'm never going to get through this bottle. This is a perfume. You do not need a lot of sprays. But this is a dark, sweet, oudy rose scent. This is, I'm not even going to read off the notes because that's what this is to my nose. And this is one that I wore to a Christmas party, like not ours, but like a friend of ours was throwing a Christmas party. It was cold and this was perfect. This is one that I can't wear in the heat. It can be headache inducing. This is sexy, it's oud, it's deep, and one that I reserve for cooler months, which we don't have a lot of. So again, that's Maison Lancome's Oud Bouquet. And then last, I'm not saying it's my favorite, but I am saying that I'm really excited to wear this one for fall, and that is Angel's Share by Kilian. Honestly, I'm gonna start wearing this one soon. But this is a little bit more of one of my sweeter perfumes. Oh my God. This is so sexy. This, to me, like Livre. They don't smell the same, but they remind me of shopping in the mall during the holidays. This is more, you're going by the stores next to like the various like Auntie Annie's and the Cinnabon kind of station. So we have another mall that's kind of a touristy mall. It's not as expensive as the Mall Millennia. Like Mall Millennia was built for tourists. Like when you go there, that is like tourist city. It has Chanel, Tiffany and Company. It has more of your higher end stores. And then our Florida mall, that's another kind of tourist mall. But that one's more of your run-of-the-mill mall. But they have a section where they have like, well, I shouldn't say they had a section because they remodeled it, but there was a section where they had like Cinnabon when you would walk by. So think of that, you know, not strong, not like that's the only thing, but think of that and then all the different smells from the malls, like Lush and all these different kind of places. That's what Livre and this one remind me of. This one's just more on the Cinnabon, kind of walking through the Starbucks and the different warm sections, if that makes sense, around the holidays. I am so looking forward to this. This also has like a kind of apple cider booziness to it. I think it was Manahil. I believe she's the one that made that comparison, and now I can't unsmell it. Like where this to me was very cinnamon when I first smelled it, now that I got the actual bottle because I had tested it first, I do get a little bit more apple, but it's more not like apple pie, it's more like apple cider because this does have a booziness to it. And I'm really looking forward to wearing this one in fall, but more so like around the holidays, like around November and December. This one's gonna be absolutely beautiful. And again, that's Angel's Share by Kilian. All right, I know that was a very long-winded list. I kind of zipped through it. I kind of winged part 2. Where I had notes to part 1, I really did wing part 2 because I just didn't want to write notes or anything. So I was trying to pull up what I got, but also pull up the notes for you guys. So sorry if that video was a little bit of a mess. So those are my top perfume picks, I would say, for the later part of fall, transitioning into winter, and also like nighttime. So let me know in the comments below, what are some of your top fall picks? I know a lot of you guys get true fall, so these would be perfumes that you would probably wear during the day, but I have to be careful here in Florida. But that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.